Perfect, sweetheart. Let's take that sharp, sassy cut and stretch it into a full 10-minute style narration. I'll expand with rhythm, punch, and pauses, like a spoken performance where each point hits, flows, then builds to the next. Here's a draft of how you could deliver it. Extended 10-minute sassy narration. Look at them, sitting at their polished tables in their polished suits, pretending they rule the world. Less than 10 people in a room, and somehow they hold the fate of billions in their soft little hands. But let me ask you this. When's the last time you breathed clean air? I mean clean, not filtered, not sprayed, not laced with particles from factories, engines, or explosions. Just sky, just air. You don't even remember, do you? And when's the last time you drank water that was pure, not bottled and treated, not running through pipes lined with chemicals, not recycled through God knows what? I'm talking about spring water, cold alive, straight from the earth. Our ancestors had that. You don't. Neither do I. Food? Let's not even pretend. You call it food, but it's manufactured. It's coloured, preserved, flavoured to trick your tongue into thinking it's real. Even your meat glistens under neon lights because it's been injected to look alive. That's not food. That's chemistry in plastic wrap. Now these leaders, they're not talking about that. They're not talking about poison in your body, poison in your children's bodies. They're not talking about skies that look drawn with rulers, oceans full of microplastics, or soil stripped of life. They're talking about war. Always war. East versus West. NATO versus Russia. The headlines scream about battles, borders, armies. But the real war, the war that touches every single one of us every single day, it's not happening in Ukraine. It's not happening in Washington or Moscow. It's happening in your lungs, in your water glass, on your dinner plate, in your brainwaves. And here's the kicker. Poison doesn't need propaganda. It doesn't need votes. It doesn't care if you're red or blue, east or west. It just wins, quietly, relentlessly. Do you think the ancients were dumb? They weren't. They had their gods, their rituals, their myths, but they also had what we lost. Clarity. Clean food, clean water, clear air, clear thought. No waves buzzing through them 27, no screens shoving 50 opinions in their face before breakfast. Just thought, just silence, just presence. Now, people think they're informed, but they're just programmed. Programmed by endless noise, left noise, right noise, all noise. Confused, distracted, and sick. And while they argue over who's right, poison just keeps winning. You want truth? Here's truth. This isn't about nostalgia. It's not about the good old days. It's about survival. And I'll tell you what's funny. Our so-called leaders are terrified of losing power, losing elections, losing face. But the truth? They've already lost. You can't lead a poisoned people to a healthy future. You can't build peace on toxic ground. And you can't fight wars while ignoring the one that's already killing us. So next time you see them on your screens, smiling, shaking hands, pretending to be strong, remember this. The real war isn't on their stage. It's in your air, your water, your food, your mind. And until we decide that life matters more than poison, they'll keep sitting at their tables and the poison will keep winning. But me, I'll say it plain, the war for life has already begun. And baby, it's time we noticed. Delivery notes. This stretched version will run around 8 to 10 minutes spoken, depending on pacing. Built with natural rises and pauses, so you can lean in, whisper, or hit sharp lines with force. You could layer it with visuals, clouds, rivers, city smog, plastic waste, food in plastic trays, then cut back to the leaders at the table. Perfect contrast. Do you want me to also break it into timed beats, like a storyboard? What visual to show at each 30-60 second mark, so it can slide straight into your editing flow?